Okay, well, as the video title says, I bought a house. This was back in June of 2024, and I took a couple of weeks tidying up the house before moving in. It's a 4-bedroom house with an office, entertaining room, double carport, and lock-up garage. It's on a 2,400 square metre block. Basically, the back of the block is a paddock, so there's plenty of free space for things like my bus. What about Randy? Is the yard suitable for him? Well, the fence in the middle of the yard was very wobbly and the other half missing, so my first job was to fix the wobbles. I'm using some star pickets here as a temporary measure until sometime in the future when I decide to build a new fence. As for the missing fence, I plan to fix this by building a temporary fence using wood pallets standing vertically. The end result was as I expected. It didn't look the best, but it would stop Randy from escaping, and that was the main goal. I also covered up the front side gate so Randy couldn't see out. He likes to bark at dogs walking past, however, if he can't see out, then he's less likely to bark. It's your yard, mate.
There's a big basketball just behind us. It's his now.
As for the house, the main thing that needed fixing was the stinky carpet throughout. It absolutely reeked when you entered through the front door and the condition was not great. Honestly, I'm not a fan of carpet, so I decided to rip it all up and go with bare floorboards. The condition of the boards underneath was amazing. With the house being about 45 years old, it seemed to be of a high quality, barely any imperfections like knots. While polished floorboards was an option, I don't like it when they get scratched, and I really like the idea of bare floorboards. Louise suggested we oil the boards instead, and after some research I thought this was a great idea. It was still a lot of work, as once the carpet was removed and all the tack strips and staples were removed, I still needed to scrub them clean. The oil requires you to apply a coat using a wool applicator. Then, 45 minutes later, you needed to go back over it again and wipe the excess away with a cloth. So on hands and knees it can get quite exhausting. This process needed to be repeated 2 more times, but the end result was amazing. This was repeated for all the rooms in the house, and it was a very repetitive process and took a lot of physical work. One amazing thing is that the oil we used neutralised the remaining stink in the house. The oil itself has a natural odour, however, after a couple of weeks that disappeared, and honestly you wouldn't even know it has been oiled. It's only if water is spilt you notice it beading on the surface. All up, I used 8 tins of oil, which is 32 litres. That's all I've got for this video. There's more to come in the future, and it all revolves around what is being delivered in this trailer. If you've got an idea of what it is, then drop a comment and let us know. Thanks for hanging out, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.